Coach, go ahead with some opening comments, please.
Well, we didn't play great today in a lot of areas. A lot of self-inflicted wounds, penalties, turnovers. We weren't sound in some areas. You could call it what you want, but at the end of the day, we didn't come out with the same pep in our step probably we had the last 2 weeks. But there's very few times you get in those situations that you can find a way to come out with a W. And I couldn't be more proud of our kids. They kept fighting, man. We had more adversity today than we've had. I mean, it all happened at once. I mean, every little bit of adversity you could think of, penalties, turnovers, missed kicks, big plays on the other side, and it's just bam, bam, bam. But at the end of the day, our football team kept fighting, kept clawing, and found a way to win a ball game that was daggum hard to win. And every game's hard to win. And I couldn't be more proud of them. I'm way more proud of this game than they in the last two, I'm going to be honest with you. Because what they had to go through today and find a way to win, it's what it's about. I told the guys I'm proud of them. We're going to learn a lot from this game, as we do from every game, but I think we're going to learn more from this than we do the first two. There's no question about it. And I think the student section had a direct effect on us finishing this game. Their energy towards the end of the game when things are kind of getting a little hectic, and the fans on both sides, the whole stadium, had an impact on our kids because energy was not near what it had been in previous games, which I knew was coming. I just didn't know when. It's human nature with a young football team. You can't ride an emotional high for 11 weeks in a row. Nobody can. And so at the end of the day, I'm proud of them. Proud we found a way to win. This is something we can build on. We talk about building and getting better, and this is going to be a lot of teachable moments, a lot of things we can learn from as we move forward with a really young football team that fought their tails off today to find a way to win. I mean, I could read the thing, but you guys know everything that happened today. It was just one thing after another, and we found a way to win. Proud of them. Proud of them. Questions?
It was good to see Trey White walking up on his own power. Is he all right?
I think he just cramped up a little bit. He seemed fine. He could go back in. If we need to play, he could have gone back in.
Into the first half, you weren't very happy with the two-man offense. Talk about that.
Well, I probably made a mistake when we clocked it and gave up a down, but our operation and speed of what we were doing wasn't at the pace it needed to be. We do 1 minute, at least once a day, if not every other day. We practice all the time. And after a first down or clock stops, we got time to get up and get a play run without losing more than 3 or 4 seconds. And just the way we were going today, it just wasn't happening. You know what I mean? You have those days, and I got frustrated, and I clocked it on it was on second down and took a down away to save a timeout. In hindsight, we might have could have run a play, but we'd have lost another 15 seconds. I was worried about running out of time. I wanted to find a way to get some points. Looking back on it, probably could have gone either way. We just weren't. Our pace of things was not very good, and I got frustrated. Probably frustrated myself more than anything. I called a timeout right before I think we're going in the fourth quarter, right at the end, because we're trying to kick a field goal. We'd already missed a couple, and there was a wind, and sometimes it died down, but the wind was going towards the student section. So it's like a second left, and I hit timeout because I'm trying to give the kid every advantage we could. And at the time, the wind had kind of died down, so it probably was a neither here nor there deal, but trying to give the kid every chance he could. He hit that one and then missed one going the other way. So, but that's what happened in the 1 minute situation. We just weren't our operation need to be better. That's the first live game time situation we've been in like that. And we practice it all the time, but it's different, as we all know when you get in a game. I mean, it's different. So we probably could execute that a little bit better, save some more time. We just couldn't get a ball in the end zone. And the big part of it was we could move the ball a little bit, and then we would have a negative play, penalty, whatever it was. And, I keep telling you guys we're working on stuff. If y'all are listening to me, there's a reason we're trying to work on it. Coaches usually know where there are deficiencies and things they can work on to get better. And as we go, we're a young football team. We're growing and building. So there's going to be some things we're going to have to fight our way through. We're just not prepared for yet. And it's just the way it is. And so we're trying to get the ball outside because we know we can do that. But after a while, I don't know how many guys y'all saw playing Justin Sumter there sometimes. Their whole defense was over there. I mean, because that was our best thing we had going there for a while. And so we tried to balance all of it. And we couldn't ever get anything enough to get in the end zone. So I know you asked me about 1 minute, but I went ahead and give you guys the rest of the spiel because I know that's what's coming.
How do you keep your kicker focused after missing 3? You pitched that last.
Well, the one he kicked before, gosh, we kicked a lot today because we couldn't score. I asked him one time, we were going towards the student section, the one I called time on, I said, son, can you make it? Because I was just going to go for it. Because we're, and sometimes I know their answer, but I want to know how they answer. I mean, is it, yeah, coach, or coach, I got it. You know what I mean? There's always, and he said, coach, I got it. And so he knocked it in. And then, and he's a freshman, guys. He's a true freshman. I mean, he's going to be fine. I mean, he hit one when it counted. He missed some. He's got to make them all, but when it counted, he made it. And so he's going to be fine, but I did ask him on that one. And he said, I got it, coach. I said, all right. And so he made it. And the one, we went for it on down there in 4th and 6 inches. And I think I aged probably 10 years on that one play. But fortunately, we made it and were able to run some more time off the clock before we kicked the field goal to end the game. Not to end the game, but, you figure you're playing an option football team with a minute and, minute 20? Minute 20 to go in the game. And just the way the thing went, they went right down the field. But that's the way the day went. And luckily we made a play at the end. These guys made a play and found a way to win. So come on, grab a seat, big guy.
Coach, how big was Justin Sumter, his performance today? How did you enjoy watching that today?
That's what he does every time we play. Now, we haven't been able to throw the ball much just simply because the game went, but that's who he is. And we know that, and we're trying every way we can, as y'all can tell. But, I mean, there came a point we threw a pick into double coverage because they finally said enough's enough. We're going to send the safety over top, and we're going to bring one from the sideline, and we're going to leave the corner underneath. I mean, it got to a point that they were, loading everybody up. So he's a heck of a ball player. We knew it. He didn't do anything today that wasn't any different from what he does every day. He makes those catches every day in practice. Des will tell you. What he did today, he doesn't practice all the time, so it doesn't surprise us. So obviously we got to find ways to get him the ball. And our receiving core in general, we're trying to find ways to get the ball. Our perimeter game is kind of where we are a little bit, and we're trying to get better at some other stuff.
At what point today did you realize that it was going to be a close game for them? You knew they weren't flying around as quick as they were in the opening game. Yeah. At what point did you know it was going to be a tight game?
I could tell early on. After the first couple of series, I knew it. And I didn't know how, I wanted to see how we responded, to adversity and to challenge. And but you could tell. It was you could tell it was going to be a grind. And I give Shorter credit. They came out and played. They came out and played extremely hard. They were clicking on all cylinders, doing their stuff, executing at a high level. That was their backup quarterback, played the whole game. And he hadn't been started. I thought that guy came in and did a great job. So I'll give them a lot of credit. But you kind of tell after the first couple of series, I think I said it on the headset. I said, boys, we're in for a grind today. And we did. It was every yard, everything we did was a grind. It was a grind. But there again, our kids found a way to persevere and fight and find a way to win the game. So you could teach off that, no doubt.
You've said a couple times that you have a young team. How much do you contribute to turnovers? Then how do you fix that?
Well, that's the first time this has come up. We've done a pretty good job, really, of taking care of the football. At first game, we had a couple down the goal line. But we haven't done too bad a job. We just got to continue to emphasize it. But I think what happens in some games when you're not locked in and mentally focused to the highest capacity, those things seem to show up. When you're locked in and 100% focused playing 100 miles an hour, those things usually don't become an issue. We do ball security for 5 minutes every day. Every player, every skilled player on offense for 5 minutes every day in practice. We'll continue to emphasize it. It showed up in a game now, so you have teachable, coachable moments, which I'm glad. I think it's important. But we'll continue to emphasize it. But I think at the end of the day, when you're not completely focused in and emotionally charged and into everything as we had been the first 2 games, sometimes those things come up a little more than you'd like for them to. But we can definitely coach from it.
Coach, kind of break down the last play of the game. Shorter is getting ready to kick the field goal. Kind of break down what was going on in your
I hope they don't make it. Block it, don't make it. I actually looked away for a second, and I looked back and saw the ball kind of going nuts, and then I saw Des pick the ball up, and everybody's yelling at him to get down, and I'm going, nah, go ahead and score because we ain't scored a touchdown all day. I'm like, and normally you tell him to get down, but I'm like, nah, we could use a touchdown right now. That'd be good. Go ahead. You know, again, I'm just so proud of our kids, man. I know I keep saying that, but God dang, y'all don't understand when you got a young football team and they continue to fight like that. I mean, they could have shut it down now. I mean, they could have shut it down. I mean, but they never did. They kept fighting, kept clawing because it was ugly. I mean, it was ugly. But they kept fighting. Found a way to win a ball game.
Once I saw the ball hit the ground, I kind of saw open grass, and I was just like, touchdown. Because really the only thing I was thinking, I was like, all right, I got two options. Either take a knee and we win the game, or if I run, I better not fumble the ball, and I better not get tackled because I got a hit from Coach Bohannon after that. So that kind of fueled me on that run back.
When we watch film days, how many times you want to ask Coach to rewind it?
Not that many. I mean, that's a play that just happens. I mean, that's a test of how hard we fought throughout the game. I mean, the last play, we kind of talked about it on the sideline before it happened. We kind of said, hey, if they get a chance to get a field goal, somebody got to make a play. And lo and behold, somebody made a play. So, I mean, that's not something we're going to rewind. It's just we're going to say we made a play and just move on to the next game. Before that drive, actually, we on the sideline, we kind of talked about it. We know they were going to throw the ball a little bit and haven't been throwing the ball the whole game. And that's something we talked about in our game plan on the sideline with Coach Newberry, defense coordinator. So, I mean, those first downs, we just had to just keep playing. Like, we couldn't get down on ourselves. I mean, teams going to move the ball. Yeah, we stopped them throughout the game, but, I mean, it's a big-time situation. So, of course, a lot of guys will start stepping up on offense. So, on defense, we just had to match it and step up as well.
Had you ever been in that kind of a situation before in high school?
Yes, sir. My junior year in the semifinals, I kicked a field goal to go up 10-7 with time running out.
Well, basically, this week you're like the big man on campus because you're pretty much like a big man. You walk around, a little more sense of pride this week.
I mean, coming with a win, you walk around with pride, but most of it comes from the offense getting into position, kick field goals. I didn't kick my best today, but I pulled through when it mattered. But a kick is more of the snap and hold than just a kick.
He definitely made the one that mattered.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Hey, Taylor, what was going on in the second half when they came out and getting the ball in the air? Showing a little bit more than they did at first. What was you guys' mentality in the second half?
Yeah, I think they got a little confidence when they hit a couple of those big ones. We kind of busted some coverage up a little bit, but, they made an adjustment and we made an adjustment, and they come out passing, and we were looking more that they were going to run the ball. And once they started throwing it, we got there ourselves, and we figured it out. And I think that last drive, we were trying to keep the ball in front of us, not get behind, but they made some heck of a plays across the board that drive, and we had to step up, and I think the pressure of the crowd affected that last one, and just the presence of how we came at them.
Trey, as the quarterback, you're going to touch the ball every play on offense, but especially in this offense, you're making split-second decisions on where to go with the ball. How much ownership have you taken of the offense and the leadership of that squad?
Yeah, well, I mean, like you just said, especially in this offense, I hope I've taken, a lot of it. But I turned the ball over, in the red zone, and on a drive we were moving the ball pretty well, and I can't do that. They played great, but we also shot ourselves in the foot, so that hurt us too. But I got to do a better job getting us into the right play. Just as a whole, as an offense, we can learn a lot from this game, but myself especially, I can learn a lot from this game because I hurt us.
This is the first time you guys faced serious adversity. Coach said that he was more proud of you guys for this one than the previous two. Where do you guys rank this compared to others?
Yeah, I mean, the next win is the most important one, right? But I mean, this was like a total team win. I mean, the offense, we were able to move the ball, but we just couldn't put it in, and the defense just kept us in the game. I'm so proud of our defense, proud of everybody, but our defense. I mean, they came to play, And I think that shows just, we work hard every day, and I'm glad it paid off.
Taylor, you had 4 tackles, but the most crucial tackle came on that kickoff, a return that Shorter had. You were one of the last guys when he had shoots from tackle. Talk about the special teams aspect. Did you return kicks or you cover kicks? So talk about that.
Yeah, kickoff, we just want to pin them as deep as possible, especially when they're getting the ball back and they have to score. And everybody filled their lane correctly, and, he just ran at me, so I had to make the play. Punt returns, get the ball back to our offense. That's why I'm back there. I'm not a Devin Hester. I'm not going to, you're probably not going to see me take 2 or 3 to the house in one game or something like that. But just get the ball back to Trey in the offense, and that's about it, special teams-wise. And we did a great job, and special teams won us the game today.
Saw you throw that spin move in there.
I get that from you. That's right.
First interception of your collegiate career. You keeping the ball?
I don't know where it went, honestly. I was just hoping they didn't have reviewable plays, honestly, because I don't know.
Yeah, did it hit the guy?
I'm pretty sure it caught it, but I have to look at film about it. I did, okay. I'll take it.
It's an interception,
I'll take
man.
it.
Yeah.
I was like, Trey, hurry up, stop the ball.
Trey, Shorter runs a similar offense, so they see basically what you guys put out.
Mhm.
Talk about how they adjusted. You were able to throw the ball pretty well early, and then they were able to adjust on that, Lincoln and Sumter. And then it seemed like they were getting pretty good pushes up the middle.
Yeah, they, like I said, man, they played their tails off. Thought their whole front, front 6, front 7, how you want to call it, they're moving in and out of some fronts. And I missed some checks I need to make to get us in a better play. But they were giving us some things on the outside that we were trying to get to. I thought our receivers did a great job receiving and blocking. They got me on the interception. I'd been kind of going to that back pad, and then they threw the safety over top in the corner underneath, and that was a big momentum swing for them. But we were lucky enough to fight back. But hey, I mean, they played great, but we played pretty great too at the end.
Talk about the crowd today. It was kind of energetic out there today. Think about the fans out there.
I mean, I would like to say we love our fans, and we appreciate all the support. They come out here every game, past 2 home games, and show us outstanding love, and we feed off that, especially in the situations that we were put in today. Late in the game, I know specifically for defense, we fed off the crowd's energy in that last drive, just to make a play and just end the game. So, like I said, we love our fans.
Yeah, our fans, we know coming into any game at home, we're going to get some support from our fans. I mean, it's awesome. The atmosphere is amazing. But when we're on offense, we need the fans to quiet down a little bit.
You said that you finally got to the outside, some of the stuff that you're trying to do. Didn't look like you were trying to work those edges during the first half. What adjustments were made? What was it that you guys saw that you could hit there in the second half?
Yeah, we just made some good second half adjustments. They were giving us some things we just weren't executing in the first half, and that kind of goes back to it takes everybody. It's not just the players. It's the coaches too. The coaches came in the second half, made a great adjustment. I thought it wasn't necessarily a huge adjustment, but the small things we did differently, I thought were great. I thought we were able to move the ball very effectively, especially in the second half from between the red zones. We just we're having some trouble down the red zone, but that's something we can go in and work on, and we got to eliminate the penalties, and I got to do a better job of getting us in better plays, giving us a chance.
Any more questions? All right, thank you, everyone.
Thanks, y'all.
Appreciate it.